says
Mm-hmm.
when he was asked, what about if the world
Oh,
is a disaster?
that's a nice story. A lot of people now, well, if you're into the Christian stories such as Revelations, the four horsemen are riding hard and heavy right now. They did in many other times in history, and they're in many other religious traditions. We now have, I believe it's the plague rides the white horse, famine rides the black horse,
Don't ask me.
war rides the white horse, whichever one it is, and death rides the pale horse. And they come to mark the apocalypse, which is the end of the world. Now, Buddhists don't believe the world ends. Buddhists don't go from here to there. They go in a circle. That's how you get eternity. You don't have eternity if you start here and you go to here, because there's an end to it. But if it's a circle, like this, you never get to the end. It just keeps going round and round. It's like the horizon. Here I am digressing, but anyway, it's like the horizon. It looks flat, but when you get there, it's curving. So it continues to look flat, but in fact, if you stay with it, you're going to end up right back where you came from. And that's sort of like the Buddhist idea of eternity. So they're not really so much into that. Where was I?
Ram Dass.
Ram Dass. So, okay, somebody asked Ram Dass, dear Ram Dass. I can't quote it exactly, but essentially, they said, Ram Dass, do you think that we are on the cusp of a new spiritual revolution and an awakening, and we will have a better world from all the suffering we're going through now? Or do you think that we're on the brink of a disastrous Third World War and we're all going to die? And he said, how the hell do I know? You know, I can just hear it. How the hell do I know? I said, I don't know. But he said, I thought about what I would do. And if we're on the brink of the apocalypse, if the war is coming and we're all going to die, what would I do? I think I'd get on my cushion and I'd close my eyes and I'd center myself and I'd relax and I'd meditate. And what would I do if we suddenly really opened up into a celestial world of spiritual awakening? So I think I'd get on my cushion, center myself, close my eyes, and meditate. So really it's sort of do the same thing whichever way the outside goes. And I personally like to think of that, you've heard me say a lot of times, that meditation is the still point of the turning world. When we become still and silent and centered, and we go into that state of insight versus outlook, we become calm, and the world just keeps turning around like this. It's very much like the eye of a hurricane. There's all this tumult going on out there, and you can't control it, you can't stop it. But you can sit and be centered and be quiet and just let it go. Let it go. And this keeps you from going crazy. This really, it keeps you going when you need to keep going. When we end with the metta meditation this time, please really try and be aware of how it makes you feel. It's a very, very emotional meditation. It has very deep roots into our own psyches. And if we actually embrace how it feels, it will keep opening us up. Right now, we're being asked to shut down. Metta meditation says you can open completely up. It doesn't matter if your body is shut down. We are not our bodies. With love, we open and open and open. And this is what we go back to the beginning. when I said where we place our minds is the direction of our life. So if you make loving kindness or simple unconditional friendliness your ground position, what the Buddha calls a Brahma Vihara, a sublime dwelling, an elevated dwelling where our minds and hearts live, your life is going to be cast in a very, very positive direction. So there are 5 people in this particular meditation. The first is yourself. You always begin with yourself. You cannot give from an empty cup. So you work first on loving yourself, and then you move outward with an abundance, an overflow of that emotion. The second is someone you already love very, very much. The third is a neutral person, someone that you maybe pass on the road and wave at, but you never really knew their name. You just know they live somewhere in your neighborhood. Or someone who waits on you, someone with whom you're familiar but you're not intimate at all. The fourth is someone with whom you're in conflict. Someone that you either don't like or they don't like you. Someone you have a grudge against, living or dead. Might be somebody who's been gone for 20 years and you still can't let go of ill will. And so it's just someone with whom you're having a fight, whatever, somebody you're in conflict with. And the final one is expanded out to the whole world, to not only this world, but all other worlds. So each of these little well-wishings moves you out larger and larger and larger and larger and larger into space. And when you get all through, you kind of want to absorb the feelings that you get from that and try to carry them forward into your everyday life. So get into your meditative position, comfortable, balanced, centered, stable. Drop your shoulders, open your chest. To transition from outside and all this conversation to inside, just take a few deep breaths. Sharon will ring the chimes. To yourself, say to yourself, may I be well. May no harm come to me. May I live with ease, calm, and peaceful. May I be happy. Now bring to mind someone you love. Look at them, say their name to yourself, smile. May you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm and peaceful. May you be happy. And now to your neutral person. If you don't know his or her name, simply address them as friend. And say to them, may you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm and peaceful. May you be happy. And now we turn our attention to someone with whom we're in conflict. Take a moment. You've established feelings of goodwill. Continue them. Bring them to mind. Bring this person to mind. Look at them. Smile. And say, may you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm, and peaceful. May you be happy. And then with another deep breath or two, we release that person. We put our hands over our hearts, symbolically to embrace all sentient beings everywhere. And we say, may all beings everywhere on this plane and all other planes be well. May all beings everywhere be safe. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. May all beings everywhere be happy. And now, when you're ready, release your hands, open your eyes, check how you feel. Know that the truth at the heart of all creation is love. It's the most powerful force in the world. And if you abide by no other dictate than to be kind, you will be okay no matter what happens in the world. So now, please put your palms together. Go in peace. Go making peace. Living gently. Loving mightily. And bowing to the mysteries. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ruthie.